Well, hey, 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 and namaste, namaste, namaste out there to everybody. This is Master Lady Kira Ra, and it's one of those like, I hope somebody's out there listening or you're getting these messages that there's these live streams happening because this is one of those moments that is like all of us here are truly bowing before. And what am I talking about? Well, first and foremost, last night on June 25th, our beloved Ashtara captured extraordinary UFO activity in extraordinary detail. And that video is coming to you as part of this live broadcast. We've been sitting on it. We were looking at it this morning. I've been with it all day long, and I just couldn't contain it anymore. I had to come live with you because let's bring a hand to our heart before I show you this incredible activity. And of course, all this activity is centered around the Pyramid of Peace. And that should not surprise us, right? So as we bring our hands to our heart, I just want to welcome you if you're grabbing this live, and whenever you might be grabbing this, wait till you see the video, wait till you see what I'm going to show you. As we breathe into our heart space right now, as you just relax into being here, smiling in the fact that you discovered this video at all, that you discovered this connection at all. Because whether it's our cosmic brethren that are calling to you, whether it's the inner self that is screaming at you, whether it is the unified field that is truly inviting you, this moment is here because you're paying attention. Because deep within you, the cosmic human is birthing again. We are at a moment where, through the gift of ascending our conscious awareness so that the veils lift, we are able to bring into this body of formed awareness the full potentiality of our experience of this type of body of form with conscious awareness of our eternal nature, while still holding this body in form. That's what self-ascension is. That's why Archangel Zadkiel, after all these years, used to laugh and laugh and laugh every time my beautiful husband would ask Zadkiel, tell me about ascension. Zadkiel would laugh and say, Sri Ramka, we find this so funny because you are asking to ascend back into that which you already are. To self-ascend is to remember that while in this body of form. And we are at that moment. I mean, let's just all take a bow before each other on that. I mean, truly worthy of our attention. So I want you to relax and let me share with you just a couple of beautiful points about where we're at in this unified field and why the increase in this UAP phenomenon, why the increase in this contact. And you're going to see this increase coming and coming and coming because remember, July, right here, next Monday, three meteor showers, Mercury retrograde, plus a peak awareness moment that heralds the Taurids, and the Taurids are going to affect everything. Breathe. Of course the phenomenon is showing. Of course last night was the first night we finally got clear recordings of this aerial activity by the pyramid that's going to blow your mind. And I want you to really relax into receiving the gift that you're seeing, into allowing all that you are to emerge, to be emergence itself, right? I am emergence. This is what emergence looks like. It's a unified field outside of all gender. It's a recognition of our eternal nature. It's the transcendent smile of knowing we can model these bodies and make them look like whatever we want. It's the knowing that this body of form was created to sustain a 120-year life cycle effortlessly, because your conscious awareness is very capable of a 300-year cycle. So all of our cosmic inheritance, DNA, remembrance, whatever feels good for you outside of the limited experience of these language forms, all of that is inviting you right now to simply let go of this illusion and be in the divine remembrance of who you truly are Because as we are surfing multiple potentialities right now, and we are so close to so many that sometimes time seems like it's slipping. You might find yourself in a whole new experience. Sometimes I notice my cat looks darker on different days. That helps us realize where we're at around here. The moment at hand is the one that will challenge the mind. And that is why all all of the energy trip switches that we placed into this potentiality, into this field, all of these energy trip switches are coming open right now. We're seeing melting glaciers that are going to reveal things that absolutely can no longer be denied. We are going to start having the rapid exposure of things that were easily hidden. Everything has its cycle. And this is why you're going to see a rapid rise in undeniable activity like I'm getting ready to show you right now. And I want you to really be with this. How are you feeling? How are you feeling during all these changes? I mean, everything that was is shifted. How is your vision? Because this is the moment, and this is why I had to talk to you today. Right now, today, June 26th, the energy field of this moment that we are putting in, that we are right here time stamping, June 26, 2024, is when in the eternal spiral sequence, which has the up and the down, this is a ricochet moment. Right now, if you can hold your truth, if you can let go of your own limitation, and just why not let yourself see what's right in front of you without fear, hesitancy, or doubt, today is a day where instead of that downward spiral, which is really prevalent in our planetary energy right now, because it's wrapped in fear and fear loves it, and so does victim consciousness. You're going to hear lots of victim energy and poor me, poor me. But what's great about that is we're coming in with it through this Saturn retrograde. And today, right now, so here you are, boom. Instead of being sucked in by the downward spiral, you can ricochet off it, and its mere presence is fuel for you. I want you to really breathe that in. It's fuel for you. And it's in the unified field that this exists. So earlier today, because I was really pondering being with you and whether or not I was going to go live, and I thought, oh my gosh, we're in this ricochet energy. We need to go live. We're in the clarity of this vision, right? It was just too exciting. And again, no matter when you get this. And what I knew was that Shri and I never fully shared with you how much documented miracle phenomenon energy has happened around us in the past 22 years. If we were in the Catholic Church, he'd be a saint by now. The documented miracles. And it began when we were living at TOSA Ranch, New Mexico, when the very first I Am book, we had the miracle apparition. It's now dissolving, but we do have it here in our museum. And when you come, we're happy to let you be in the energy of that book while it still exists on the planet. But then it came to all the UFO activity. So much so that Bill Burns, who went on to be the star of UFO Hunters, he and his wife Nancy became really good friends of ours. And then when Nancy birthed UFO Hunters and Bill and Nancy began that, they came and they did an episode at our ranch because we had so much documented phenomenon. We had built so many things there. Shri built an 18-foot tall giant Merkaba that you would walk in that had 5 stories of crystals in the ground underneath it. So much so it triggered black helicopters from the activity. We always had the black helicopters showing up and all the other phenomenon with that. The people that, all of the interesting energies that happened there. And I share that with you because we built our first pyramid there, and that was the subject of the UFO Hunters. And ironically, the only part of that episode they showed was our pyramid. But when they were there, they did something else. Shri and I, in signing our agreement for the television episode they were doing on all the phenomenon around us and what was happening at TOSA Ranch, New Mexico, they took some film footage from us that had a 15-year non-disclosure. And the good news is that's over now. And so I share that with you because this is just the beginning, what I'm getting ready to show you right now. I'm going to start by showing you my husband's legacy. which is the pyramid of peace, because this is why we are attracting. Come spend 3 nights here, and I guarantee you're going to see sky activity like you've never seen. Because since the pyramid of peace came in, it's just been every night. And it's getting bigger and it's getting stronger, because the pyramid of peace represents, in the unified field of where we are right now, the pyramid of peace is the essence, the anchor of the benevolent masculine. Imagine that. My extraordinary husband made sure before he left his body that this monument to the benevolent masculine, to the potentiality, to the highest gift of the masculine would be placed into this form. And that is his legacy and form. His consciousness is in mine, and that's extraordinary. It's an encyclopedia beyond that which I can offer words. And yet I try. And my legacy is our temple of self-ascension, because when I say our, it's yours. It is something that I have been working on for 3 years. And because it represents the divine feminine in equanimity with the masculine, it has suffered extraordinary energy to completion, because it has never been done before. And when you put those two energies in the field, and when they come together, all of the cosmic activity in this potentiality is curious, because it's a sign that we're evolving. It's like breaking through and having warp drive for the first time, right? It's like, oh my God, there it is. We did it. That's what Shri and I are creating here, is warp drive for consciousness. Just being here with you, you're feeling it. So I'd like to offer you right now, and I pray that you can hear it. I went and made sure. I went to Zoom and looked up to make sure I know how to do this. And I apologize, guys, that I'm not as professional as I know a lot of you others are, but I want you to put comments in. Put in a comment as you watch this video. Really let me know what you're thinking. What are you thinking? How is this time navigating for you? And put those comments in at YouTube, and go ahead and subscribe to this channel. And make sure you're on our e-card list, because I send out updates as soon as they come out. Get to shriandkira.com and get on that e-card list. So I'm going to play this video for you as we close. It's short, but it ends with the phenomenon. And this is unedited, and it is the exact same energy ray emissions that we have on the footage from the Russian Air Force when the pyramid that was built in Russia first went up, our first pyramid, and the emissions from the pyramid were so strong it scrambled the MiGs. Well, this emission that you're going to see as part of this video this evening is the same emission, and this time we're not scrambling MiGs, we're bringing in our cosmic relatives. I'll jump back in after I share this with you. Let me go ahead and play it for you, and I'm just going to assume you can hear it. Well, hey everyone, I wanted to begin sharing with you about my beautiful husband, wisdom teacher Sri Ramka's legacy. You know, as we move into the month of July, which is his birth month, where we will be celebrating on July 10th, the first birthday of the Ascended Master since his ascension. And then on the 18th of this month, it will be 6 months in the energy of his ascension. And I wanted you to really take in the Pyramid of Peace, because the Pyramid of Peace is Shri's legacy to the world. It is the living example of the benevolent masculine, the masculine that stands in the full presence and protection of the divine feminine. And this beautiful, beautiful pyramid is Shri's legacy. It is the way that the benevolent masculine can rise, and it is in and of itself a unified field. So I want to take you inside and show you that. So we're at the main entrance to the pyramid, and you can see that it's really sacred in here. So I want you to come on in, and I want to show you how my beautiful husband took this incredible structure as the benevolent masculine and unified it with the divine feminine. So come on in, and as you're entering the pyramid, you'll notice immediately the energy field. So come on in. And I want you to really gaze at this area here. And let's lift the camera up a minute so you can see, and then we'll bring it back down. But this beautiful brown coating here, this is a local indigenous technique called Bahareke. And Bahareke is a thousands and thousands year old original indigenous process This entire pyramid was built without any electricity, without any metal. And all of the Bahareke, which is the first feeling when you walk in, it's the cosmic womb. My beautiful husband, Ascended Master Wisdom Teacher Sri Ram Ka, called forward because the divine feminine is shepherding the benevolent masculine. This beautiful womb energy, this pyramid, was the first miracle on the planet that said we are capable of 100% unification, of remembering beyond the boundaries of greed, competition, and jealousy, of unifying as all that I am as you are. And so I wanted you to really be welcomed to a legacy that was my husband's. And as we do that, I'm just going to invite us to do just a quick little moment moving over to his altar and his permanent area here on the pyramid. And as you really do, just notice the energies. And those of you that have been here could understand this. Those of you that have not been here. And right over there is the permanent shrine for my beloved husband. And as we take that in and as we know his legacy to the world, I'm going to show you the next one. So as you bring a hand to your heart, what you're gazing at is the Temple of Self-Ascension. The Temple of Self-Ascension, it's where is Architectural Digest? Where is every single person on the planet? Because the Temple of Self-Ascension is my legacy to the world. It is the divine feminine in form as the Pyramid of Peace is the benevolent masculine in form. The Temple of Self-Ascension has 0 corners in it and is built based upon 5 eggs of creation. When we began this, it was my beloved husband, Sri Ram Ka, who walked me up to the mountain and said, the world needs the temple and you need a home. And when we were able to finish the Pyramid of Peace, I find it no accident that the masculine came to be. But everything has attacked this. Everything has stopped it from finishing. We are within months of finishing. And so we are at a moment where that structure, the Temple of Self-Ascension, the actual beautiful divine feminine risen in equanimity and balance, is coming into form. And over the next few weeks, I'm going to bring you in there. I'm going to show you the difference of the unified field. And I'm going to invite you that perhaps it's time to champion female polymaths. Because as a polymath, this is part of what I have brought to the world. And it was built without any plans, built where they said we cannot build, and we only had a few rules. You could not hurt a tree, you could not move a stone. And so inside the Temple of Self-Ascension are trees and stones and waterfalls. And you are the living representation of what my beautiful genius husband and his polymath wife tried to bring to the world as the unified field of the masculine and the feminine. And if we turn this film right here, you're going to see the pyramid. If you would just make a nice quick turn and show them the pyramid. There we are. It's hiding behind some trees, so I'm going to grab it and bring it over here. You can see that there is the beautiful, benevolent masculine in all of its extraordinary, extraordinary presence. And right up here is the divine feminine waiting to come into form. We are at an extraordinary moment of unification. This is the time, and you are ready. Hey, everybody, take a breath. So, in the second half that you were seeing there, what happened was that Ashtar moved the camera, and to our surprise, it caught the pillar, the emanation coming out of that. And we have taken numerous night photos of that and have never had that appear before. It only seemed to appear last night in harmony with the object that was there, that at one moment would seem stationary and then would just be moving everywhere, and then finally just literally blinked out. I mean, it just was gone. And that felt very much like a message of hello, because we're building right now. We opened up on the June solstice. If you didn't get to watch our solstice celebration, please dig into this YouTube channel, Official Sri and Kira, go watch it. Because we are at this moment of unification. We are at a moment where all of the trip switches are activating. We are at a moment where your cosmic human is calling. And so I just wanted to share with you tonight that this stuff is really happening. We really built the Pyramid of Peace. It's a world record. We just have to finalize with Guinness, but it's a world record, tallest in the world, built with no electricity. We will finish the Temple of Self-Ascension. We're going to make that happen. The Amazonian friends of ours are coming forward again. There are more coming. We'll be broadcasting live, a few of them from this month, including the Kenyari. All of them are coming to TOSA Blue Mountain this month, and so are the cosmic ships. You know, we know the moment is right now to just relax, smile, and say, hey, why not? I love you. Thank you for your time. I can hardly wait to be with you again soon. Hey, seriously, leave me a comment. Make sure you subscribe and get over to ShriandKara.com, get on our email list, and keep up with everything that's going on. I love you so much, and I will see you this Sunday, the 30th of June, with full predictions, and you want to be there, noon Eastern time. I love you so much.